There are some moments in wrestling you never forget. The glass shattering, the Wolfpack howl, the ECW chants, and then there was the invasion. In 2001, the war we dreamed of actually happened. WWF, WCW, ECW. One ring, one roster, one battleground. For years, fans imagined what it would be like if all the companies collided. And then when it finally did, it was chaos. Maybe not in a good way, but it did happen, and it's something we should never forget. After all that build-up and hype, this legendary storyline never made it into a single WWE video game. No special mode, no alternate timeline, not even a passing mention in a WWE video game. WWE has made dozens of video games since 2001 when the invasion happened, but the invasion, that has been completely erased. This is the story of the invasion we never got to play in a WWE video game. March 2001, WCW is dead, ECW is bankrupt, and Vince McMahon owns both of them. At WrestleMania 17, the wrestling world changed forever. The Monday Night War was over, and fans thought they were about to get the biggest wrestling crossover of all time. But almost immediately, something felt off. The wrestling stars we wanted weren't there. No Sting, no Goldberg, no NWO. Their contracts had yet to expire in WCW, so they would sit on the sidelines and collect a fat paycheck. WCW, however, was represented by mid-carders, and ECW, well, that return felt rushed. Still, it was wild. Paul Heyman screaming on commentary, Stephanie buying ECW, and the sight of WWE's ring being taken over by invaders, that was an unforgettable sight. It wasn't perfect, not even close, but it was huge. It was the kind of storyline that could have lasted forever in our memory and in a video game. Let's talk about the games. WWF SmackDown Just Bring It launched in November of 2001, just weeks after the invasion storyline ended. Perfect timing, right? The entire invasion roster was fresh, the storyline had just finished, a dream match engine ready to go, but what did we get? A bare bones season mode. No WCW, no ECW, no Alliance. Not even a line of dialogue about it. It was like the whole angle never happened. The next year, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Still, no invasion. The game had Ric Flair, sure, but no WCW storyline, no faction warfare. Here Comes the Pain, one of the best wrestling games ever made, still no invasion. Year after year after year, WWE kept moving forward. Ruthless aggression, new rosters, new arenas, but no one stopped to look back at the biggest war in wrestling. So why was the invasion never put into a WWE game? WWE didn't have the rights to the big names. Goldberg didn't sign until 2003, Hogan, Hall, and Nash all came later, and Sting not until 2014. If you can't include the icons, how do you sell the war? WWE never liked how the invasion played out. It was rushed, it was lopsided, it made Vince the winner again. Maybe they didn't want to remind us of what could have been. In the PlayStation 2 era, games were limited. Branching storylines were few and far between. Dynamic invasions, those weren't a thing. And everything was scripted. You couldn't create your own invasion, you just played what game they gave you. But let's imagine for a second, if WWE had made an invasion game, what would it really look like? You start by choosing your side. WWE, WCW, or ECW. A full campaign mode with branching choices. Do you invade Raw? Sabotage pay-per-views? Recruit legends? You book your matches, fans win, take over shows. You could even unlock legendary stars over time like Goldberg, Ric Flair, and Scott Steiner. There could even be multiple endings to the storyline. One ending has Vince winning, another has Shane running WCW, or ECW rising from the ashes with Heyman in charge. Add GM mode mechanics, story cutscenes, and even classic arenas, it could be incredible. You'd think with today's technology they would have finally done it. A real Invasion storyline, a special mode, a playable war, or even a 2K showcase. But no, not in 2K14, not in 2K19, not even in 2K25. Universe mode? Sure, you can simulate a rivalry and maybe run an angle or two, but it's never truly scripted, never part of the game's DNA. In My Rise, you can rise through the ranks of NXT and various different games. In GM mode, you can draft superstars to different brands, but no game has given us a choose your side WWE, WCW, or ECW moment. No build-in war, no time split, no Invasion DLC. They've recreated entire careers, but not this story. The Invasion, one of the most anticipated, chaotic, emotional storylines in all of wrestling history. It has been skipped again and again and again. With every new installment, the hope comes back. Maybe this year they'll do it, but each time it's another missed opportunity. And it's not just us. Fans are still asking, still modding, still dreaming of the Invasion storyline that never came in a WWE video game. But even if the WWE never made it, the fans did. Modders have created full WCW vs WWF mods. They've rebuilt the arenas. They've made the rosters. They designed their own stories. It wasn't official, but it felt great. And honestly, it's better than having nothing that WWE Games is giving us. If it was up to me, the Invasion wouldn't be just a forgotten storyline. It would be a full-blown wrestling saga built into the WWE Games. You turn on the game and you get one question. Which side are you on? WWE, WCW, or ECW? You start at the final Nitro. You feel the uncertainty, the chaos, the possibilities. You'd rewrite history. Maybe this time ECW'd actually win. Maybe Sting shows up. Maybe Austin stays loyal. Maybe it plays out how it should have. You wouldn't just play matches, you would shape the future of professional wrestling one choice at a time. With branching storylines, custom invasions, unlockable legends, and a final showdown at Survivor Series that actually means something. You'd have dream matches, not hidden in exhibition mode, but part of a war that unfolds around you. Commentary changes, arena logos flip, factions rise and fall. Imagine Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock joining the Wolfpack, but that game doesn't exist. Not yet. And maybe it never will. But if it was up to me, we'd get the Invasion we were promised. The one we imagined, the one we deserved. Not just a match, not just a mod, a moment in wrestling history finally giving the spotlight it was earned. If it was up to me, we'd be playing that game already.